When I proposed to Charlotte for the 100th time, she still wouldn't say yes. We'd been together for 7 years, and during the previous 99 proposals, her answer was always the same. She couldn't possibly marry me as long as her childhood sweetheart, Henry, remained single. Apparently, they had some sort of pact from when they were kids. I glanced at the ring in my hand and, for the first time, couldn't help asking, "Are you really gonna wait around for Henry forever, even if he never gets married? What does that make me in your life?" Charlotte's expression darkened in an instant. She grabbed the ring and tossed it into the river. "Henry and I promised each other we'd get married at the same time. How can I leave him hanging? Besides, do you really think that piece of paper means so much? We've been together 7 years. Does it actually change anything whether we're legally married or not?" I was about to reply, still clinging to the hope that she might change her mind, when Charlotte snatched her purse, spun on her heels, and walked away without even a backward glance. Her footsteps echoed loudly on the pavement, just like the other 99 times. She hopped into her car, slammed the door shut, and sped off without giving me a second look. My friends, who had gathered around me, all let out sympathetic sighs. After my 5th failed proposal, most of them had stopped coming to witness these painful moments. But this time, I'd invited everyone again, hoping they'd get to see how happy Charlotte and I supposedly were. I really believed this time she'd say yes, and once again, I made a total fool of myself in front of everyone. The only silver lining I could think of was that it had just been a proposal. If the bride had walked out on the wedding itself 100 times, that would have been some truly awful joke. Feeling numb, I slowly took down the decorations, said goodbye to each of my friends, and went back to our empty house alone. The moment I checked my phone, the first thing I saw was a brand new Instagram post from Henry. "Now that you're by my side, I'm never alone." The photo showed Charlotte resting her head on Henry's shoulder, looking calm and smiling softly. She seemed like a completely different person from the one who just snapped at me, impatient and condescending during my proposal. I'd always had my doubts about Henry. When I first started dating Charlotte, I made sure to ask if there was anything going on between them. I even told her that if she had real feelings for him, she should just be honest with me. I'd never force her to stay. Charlotte always called me jealous for suggesting that I was ruining her pure friendship with Henry. "Could you stop being so paranoid? There's nothing between Henry and me. He suffered from separation anxiety when he was a kid because his parents left him alone at home. He needs someone around, or he gets sick. I promised I'd be there for him until he gets married. Why can't you be more understanding? You're a man, aren't you?" I must have heard that same story 100 times. Every time Charlotte and I made plans, all Henry had to do was call, saying he felt sick and needed her company, and she'd rush over to him. Didn't he have other friends or family? Why was Charlotte the only one who could magically fix his problem? I was convinced Henry was just making excuses to keep her away from me. What bothered me most was that Charlotte never saw anything wrong with it. Time after time, she picked him over me. Even today, after my 100th proposal, she didn't hesitate for a second before walking away. I sank into our living room couch, uncorking bottle after bottle of the wine I'd bought for our would-be engagement celebration. I drank them all. Gazing at the empty bottles scattered across the table, I snapped a photo and posted it on Instagram with the caption, "Guess I've been alone this whole time." My friends who knew Charlotte had turned me down yet again started sending me messages